Hello, Leo Suns, Leo Moons, and Leo Risings. Welcome to your March 2024 astrology predictions. Let's get going. We have a jam-packed month in front of us. On March 1st, we have the Sun in Pisces sextiling Jupiter in Taurus, and on the same day, we have Venus in Aquarius sextiling the North Node in Aries. You start the month on a positive note, Leos, as the Sun, your ruler, is making a positive aspect from your 8th house to your 10th house of career, of public reputation, and your public persona. You might be addressing some psychological patterns you may have or may have had that might have somehow kept you away from achieving the best version of you. Jupiter here almost guarantees liberation from these patterns and gives a more positive energy and image of you towards other people. You might also be using some of your shared resources and finances to improve your career and public reputation. If you are in the insurance and taxes industry, then the Sun here could really give you support to make or improve your career that is associated with it. I truly believe that a lot of you Leos will achieve some type of fame while Jupiter is here, and especially when it makes that conjunction to Uranus in April. I do have a video that's focused only on the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction that is definitely going to be life-changing for you and everybody else. So if you haven't seen that video, I would advise that you do so, because I promise you're going to learn so much on how to prepare for this conjunction for you. On March 1st, though, the Sun from the 8th could also be helping you to transform yourself and your image in a way that may set you up for some solid success in the very near future. On the same day, we have Venus in your 7th, sextiling the North Node in your 9th. You might bring into intention and communicate something related to traveling with a romantic or a business partner internationally. It may also be that you decide to go to school and pursue a degree that is more related to higher education matters. You may also be discussing and connecting spiritually more with a partner. You may also start new partnerships with people of a different ethnicity or a foreigner that is going to spark an interest on you about foreign lands and other cultures. And Jupiter here will really help you expand your horizons and be open-minded towards these changes. Venus also rules your 10th house, so you may be in active fated discussions related to your career. Venus here could also help you smooth things out a bit between you and a partner, where you can find some common ground to make something related to your career and your public persona come to reality. On March 3rd, we have Venus in Aquarius square Uranus in Taurus. Venus from your 7th house is making a tense aspect to Uranus in your 10th. Some misunderstandings or disagreements with a partner may bring some shakeups in your public reputation or career, so be aware of that, because this is a very public house of your chart. The 10th house, like I said, is also the house of public status. So when I say public status, that means, if you're married or not, in a relationship or not, and so forth. Uranus is often referred to as the planet of separations, and Venus represents relationships. So I could see some of you Leos officially separating from a partner, if not in a status matter, maybe it's going to be physically separated. I do want to remind you that you have Pluto in this house for 20 years, which is going to bring you a lot of transformation when it comes to your partnerships. So any situation that may be going on now is truly helping you discover your soul mission and what you are meant to do and be in this life. I do have a video that's dedicated to Pluto transiting Aquarius. That's for 12 signs, including you, Leo. So if you haven't checked that out, I really advise you to do so, as it's going to shed a lot of light into this long transit that's happening in your 7th house. On March 6th, we have Mars in Aquarius sextiling the North Node in Aries. We continue to have that strong energy in your 7th house, Leos. This time, Mars in your 7 is making a positive aspect to the North Node in Aries in your 9th house. A foreigner or possibility to build an international partnership could be quite possible during this time. Maybe someone who is very knowledgeable may show up for you and assist you in creating a partnership together. You may write contracts and agreements that have an international nature to them also. If you are in the travel industry, then you might be able to achieve some type of agreement during this time. Mars also rules your 4th house, so you might even partner up with a family member to get into some family business together that requires more knowledge and more depth, and that way you can both benefit from each other. This transit also may give you an okay to move homes, to move to a new city or another country with a partner. On March 9, we have Mars in Aquarius square Uranus in Taurus, and we also have Sun in Pisces sextiling Uranus in Taurus. Mars in the 7th could bring some disputes and disagreements, especially with a partner, that could have an impact on your public reputation. On the other hand, Mars may bring motivation and passion to pursue with a partner. Your public persona matters, and also your career. I would advise you to be aware of enemies, as the 7th house is also the house of open enemies. Of course, this won't apply to everyone, as it depends on your personal chart, and because on this day we have the Sun in Pisces from your 8th house sextiling Uranus in your 8th. So this day is not like all dark and gloomy. Your career is still being helped and assisted by unseen forces, and trust me, those are the strongest ones. People kind of work behind the scenes and advocate for you, and not only that, but what they believe in you also. So you may receive, unconditional help during this day. Your investments could also be going well during this time and help you be seen the same way by other people. On March 10th, we have Mercury entering Aries in a sextile to Pluto in Aquarius, and we also have the new moon in Pisces. So Mercury enters your 9th house and sextiles Pluto in your 9th. Again, same theme here, but Mercury is bringing some news, creating a possibility to collaborate with someone at an international level that is going to empower all of your partnerships with others. You may also receive some news and inspiration by someone who is spiritual and has some higher knowledge. You may also receive information from your professors and other higher education individuals that are quite empowering to you. On the same day, we have a new moon in Pisces in your 8th house of shared resources, inheritance, taxes, insurances, other people's money, transformation, and regeneration. You may receive some kind of inheritance at this time. You may have a new beginning with your investments or with your shared resources. You may also have a transformation when it comes to your inner self, your mind, your psychology, and also your self-sabotaging patterns. On March 11, we have Venus entering Pisces. On this day, you might be gaining all the blessings that Venus brings to you. You may also discuss with a partner some shared resources or investments that might be hidden away from other people. Venus rules your 3rd and 10th house, so there could be some communications and discussions related to this house, but that might influence your public image and public persona in some way or another. On March 17, we have Sun conjunct Neptune in Pisces. The Sun here is continuing to get your attention in your shared finances, your inheritance, investment, taxes, and transformation. There might be some confusion going on with Neptune here, and also because this is the house of hidden things in some way, or things that we can't really see directly. I would say be aware and cautious related to your finances with others, as someone might try to hide something from you, or it could be the other way around, that you try to hide something from them. This may also be tied to debt and loans. If you receive some kind of inheritance at this time, make sure that you read all the agreement and contracts like multiple times and address any questions you may have. If you're filing for taxes at this time, please double and triple check your information before you file. On March 19, we have Mercury conjunct North Node in Aries. This will be happening in your 9th house. You have some active communication related to foreign travels, to getting education, a degree, spirituality, higher knowledge. This communication will be very faded and will most likely have a big impact in your life. Especially after April, when you have the eclipse happening in this house for you. Mercury rules your 2nd and 11th house, so you might also be discussing about finances that may be tied to these plans that you may have. You may also have a long-term wish that you may receive communication and news about during this time. On March 20, we have the Sun entering Aries in a sextile to Pluto in Aquarius, and we also have the spring equinox. Sun enters your 9th house in a sextile to Pluto in your 7th house. Some kind of partnership with a partner or transformative person helps you in your 9th house matters. That could be associated with legal stuff, foreign travel, higher education, and higher knowledge. You may transform the way how you approach this sector of your life through the eyes of a third person. You may become more determined and obsessed to reach your goals, and you can get a lot of persistence that could really take you through any difficult task with Pluto being involved here. On the other hand, someone else could be pushing forward with a lot of willpower and strength of character to help you achieve your goals. The Sun is your ruler, so you may really be focused on your goals during this time. Pluto rules your 4th house, so for some of you, Leos, the person that may be helping out could be a family member. Or it could be that you pursue some contracts and agreements from the environment of your home. On March 21, we have Venus conjunct Saturn in Pisces. You may be actively working towards your shared resources, and especially with debt and loans, in a more disciplined and steady way. Venus and Saturn here may help you eliminate some deep-seated attachments, any addictions, any habits that could really bring you like spiritual liberation and psychological wellness. With Venus being the planet of finances and Saturn the planet of discipline, these two planets together may want you to become more disciplined and organized related to your shared resources, your investments, your debt, and your loans. Venus rules your 3rd and your 10th house, therefore you might be actively communicating about your shared finances, your investments, and debt. On March 22nd, we have Mars entering Pisces, where it gives you the drive and motivation to pay off your debts and loans and to strive for stability in your shared finances. On the other hand, Mars can make you prone to making some type of impulsive purchase that may cause a big expenditure when it comes to your shared finances with a partner. Sometimes quarrels are possible with Mars being here, but on the other hand, Mars could really give you the determination to remove any psychological blockages and achieve some kind of progress when it comes to shared finances. You are able to identify things that could just have been in your head related to, this sector. So Mars could really help you push forward, be motivated to remove those blockages. Mars rules your 9th house, so you may use spirituality and higher knowledge to be able to remove the mental blockages that I just mentioned. On March 24, Venus in Pisces sextiles Jupiter in Taurus. At this time, any inner work that you may have done to transform yourself may also reflect on your career and public reputation and the way how others view you. any payoff of acquiring of debt, mortgages, or loans could change up your reputation, and most likely in a good way, since we have the two benefics of the sky in a positive aspect to each other. Venus here could help you remove any blockages or any thoughts that you might have related to death, to inheritance, to legacy, and other fears that are going to transform you in the best way possible and make you look and appear more beautiful, more bountiful, more abundant, more optimistic, and possibly more wealthy. Venus rules your third house, therefore there could be some active but pleasant communication related to your shared finances, loans, and inheritance. Venus also rules your 10th house, where Jupiter and Uranus are currently sitting on, blessing you and giving you outstanding support to perfect your public image and career and give you sudden abundance and blessings. On March 25, we have the lunar eclipse in Libra. The first eclipse of 2024 is happening in your third house of communication, of writing, publishing, neighbors, sales, and siblings. Some type of communication could be suddenly disclosed during this time, or it could be the other way around to where it is hidden from you. If you are into the sales industry, then you might be able to make some large amount of sales during this time. If you are into social media, then you might receive the same kind of result. However, I would still sail with caution during eclipses because sometimes eclipses could be very unpredictable. They could bring radical changes, shocking and fated events. So I would always advise to have a plan B in case things don't go as planned. The outcome of this eclipse depends on your personal chart. I have a friend who is a writer and has a very active third house. She had published a book a long time ago, but it didn't receive as many sales. So during the eclipse on her third house, I remember her calling me and sounding super excited because her book had suddenly gained a lot of exposure. It was being mentioned by multiple influencers. So obviously my friend made a lot of money out of this, but she was also able to receive these blessings because her chart also favored her into earning from this kind of industry. So always be aware of your chart when it comes to eclipses and honestly anything in astrology. On March 28, we have Venus in Pisces sextiling Uranus in Taurus. We close the month on an excellent note with Venus in your 8th house sextiling Uranus, the planet of surprises and shocks, making this transit a positive, harmonious one. By the end of the month, you may receive sudden, excellent, amazing results when it comes to your public reputation and career. This will especially be highlighted, and it could reach its culmination again when Jupiter conjuncts Uranus in April. Jupiter also rules legal matters, so you might also receive some favor when it comes to any cases you may have, or you may even receive some favor related to getting your citizenship, like your residence card. I've made that video that I mentioned with Jupiter and Uranus conjunction, so if you want to, you can take a look at it. I do see many of you Leos receiving support from partners, being romantic or business partners, and also family members when it comes to your career and public reputation. You may be held by financial institutions, some mortgage or some insurance, to make some drastic changes to your public persona and how others view you, but also in your career. Okay, so this is all I have for you, Leos, for March 2024. I hope that you really enjoy this beautiful month and really make the best out of it. If you liked and resonated with this video, please give it a like and also remember to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching/listening. I will see you on the next video.